Okay, first off, let me tell you that the reason I had to cancel service last night was because me and Deb got stranded in her truck, and took quite a while to get ourselves home. Didn't get home to about 9:30. There's a lot going on, but anyway, that's the logistics to why I couldn't make it in time. Okay, so I got to tell you what God has been showing me. For those who are doing the fast with me, is many of you that can fast the full 3 days, the better, because where there's unity, where one or more gathered together, that's where God is. And fast as harshly as you can, but safely. Okay, so for those like me who are diabetic, who could be too dearly of a cost, you just can't fast all food. Make sure you have a protein and a vegetable. Okay, make sure you're just at least having protein with a moderate amount of fat, and you could survive the fast easy. For those who can have whatever, but fasting is hard, you would use like fruit juice and periodically through the day have some fruit juice. God brought me on a 3-day fast once many, many years ago, over 20 some years ago. And it was for a situation that came up, and he had me speak in the church, which I've never done before, but he stirred my spirit so strong. And when I got up, I could barely see. He was all over me. And I started to give the word that God had to give. And I told them we need to fast, and we went on a 3-day fast for them, for these people. And I used fruit juice, and I used pineapple orange or something like that. But for diabetics, that's not a good idea because it's sugar. For a diabetic to regulate your blood sugar, don't have a bunch of sugar. The only reason for like I have candy around all the time is when the sugar gets too low. Otherwise, and just for a quick fix till you can get to food, have protein and have vegetables, but not too many. Keep your carbs down. You will do better. Have about 30 grams of protein in the morning or whenever your first meal is. All right. There's times God will pull me into a fast for the morning, which is my best time to fast. And when it's time to eat, he lets me know by my body starting to get weak and I can feel my blood sugar dropping. Then I'll grab heavy protein with a moderate amount of fat, not heavy. And it really does do the job. So also for women, men shouldn't have too much, but for women, flax ground up freshly into a little bread helps a lot with diabetes, with blood pressure, all that stuff. Okay. All right. So let me tell you what God has been showing me the last couple days, and I've been just in prayer over it. I'm not done yet, but I want you to be aware. The fast is for the 29th, the 30th, and all of the 31st, a full 3 days. So you start that morning or anytime after midnight, is your fast on the 29th, and it ends after midnight on the 31st, not before. The reason is because we need warfare. There's things planned. The Lord has shown there's things planned, and I think there's more than one thing. Besides the fact that it's Halloween, and we know what that means on Halloween night, the sacrifices that will be done. There'll be pets stolen. There could be human sacrifice. We need to be in prayer. I felt a great urgency for that, and I shared a song with you all. So what he told me was, during this time, we are going to have services every single day, but I don't know how many or what time. I know for sure there'd be one in the evening, but I don't know if he's going to have me do one in the afternoon. I don't know for how many days straight. I know for sure the 3 days because he's showing me that this morning. He started showing me again while I've been in prayer and worship. So we're going to have services every day, and we're going to be fighting in these services. We're going to prayer. We're going to have a little bit of worship because that's always good to put God first, but we're going to go after taking back what Satan is trying to steal, putting a hedge of protection around all of us, all of our families, all of those that might be a victim right now during that weekend. We're going to ask God to intervene, expose every evil, stop every plan, and start praying for our families to take back. God has been increasing my prayer time here, especially with Emily, because there's an anointing between us we're both prophetic. And he started speaking yesterday and started bringing up family members. And I mean, I just started to cry. I could see things that were going on in the spirit realm and stuff. And we need, like the Lord said, start standing in for your families. He needs the children. Now, he gave me a word, but I can't go live with it yet because it's just not time. But it will be next week. And he wants his children to start taking back what Satan is trying to steal or has stolen, and take back your families. Because Satan is trying to snuff out anyone who has an anointing on their life. Either you're already anointed and being used, or you have a call on your life. All right. And there's maybe your children have an anointing on them and a call on their life that is quite great. So Satan's going to try to snuff them out or take them out any way he can. Bring them into the wrong side of thinking, whatever. So we need to stand in the gap. All right. So be prepared 29th, 30th, and 31st. And we will fast. Is like what he called it was intense. And I thought, wow, I've never heard him talk like that. Intense fast. If you can't fast the weekend, then fast whenever. It still counts. But if you can fast the weekend, all the more, because those are the days that God appointed for us to join together as one. So anyway, we're going to have service every single day those 3 days. I don't know if I'll be able to handle Thursday and Monday. So be in prayer for me to hear easily from the Lord what he wants, because we're going to obey no matter the cost. No matter if it's harsh for me, it doesn't matter. It might wind up with 2 services a day, one in the afternoon and one at night, so we can help those who live in other countries. But everybody who's willing to hear what the Spirit has to say, take part of the fasting and take part of the prayer time as heavily as possible. That means really soaking in the Lord those 3 days. We're going into battle. Okay? So I love you guys, and I will see you later. God bless. Bye-bye.